Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name's Victoria, and we've got your September 2026 money and career reading here for you guys. This is for all Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So, of course, we are fresh off an eclipse in your sign. So this is really quite an exciting time for you. Eclipse seasons do tend to kind of shake things up a little bit, give you a little bit of clarity, maybe help you to work through some issues, or maybe even sometimes we might have some unexpected events that come in. And now in September, and we start out the very first and second of the month or so. Just be a little bit careful here, because we do have Mars in Cancer squaring Saturn in Aries, and so this can be really quite a challenging energy. Squaring off does bring some tension, some friction, and eventually something's got to give, right? So just be aware of heightened emotions, heightened frustrations perhaps there, and don't let anything get the better of you. September 10th is a big day this month. First off, we've got Venus entering Scorpio. Venus, our planet of love and money, entering Scorpio, which rules our 8th house of the things and possessions and the money that we share with other people. So this can be a time when something is shifting, some dynamics are changing in your finances, or you're having a look at, the money that you share with someone else. So whether it's your household finances you share with a significant other, perhaps it's something with a family matter. Loans are really highlighted at this time. Perhaps some of you are looking to get a loan for something, or maybe even pay something off and get a little bit of financial freedom. Wouldn't that be nice? But this is a very intense energy when Venus is in Scorpio. It's passionate. It can really highlight a romantic partnership that can affect your money in some way. For some of you, it might really give you a lot of financial relief, but for others, you might have something you need to work on. Scorpio does quite often really bring hidden things to the surface. So if someone's got like some credit card debt that they haven't shared, or a hidden shopping addiction, things like that, that can come out at this time. But just be aware power struggles can come out with this energy, and also sometimes emotional manipulation and games. So never a good thing when we are looking at our money, but heightened awareness also comes out, so you can kind of see the forest through the trees. Same day, September 10th, Mercury enters Libra, Uranus goes retrograde in Gemini, and we have a new moon in Virgo. So you can perhaps have a second chance at something. This can be a big reset for you. Perhaps you're feeling a little bit rebellious as well with that Uranus retrograde in Gemini. And it's all like matters of the mind, right? Mercury into Libra can be very diplomatic. It can also highlight contracts and legal situations. So you could have something that might be resolving around this time. And it might come quite unexpectedly with Uranus at play that day as well. But do work with the new moon in Virgo, because Virgo energy really does highlight our ability to heal a situation. Does bring about some soul searching energy. So if you're looking at what you do for a living, are you happy? Are you not happy? Is there something that you really want to do that can, facilitate some sort of career change, or doing something on the side, right? Fueling a passion project kind of thing. Virgo energy is also highlighting our daily health, happiness, and well-being, our daily work, our routines. And, so it's like those things that you do every single day, right? Are these things good for you? Are they helping you or hindering you? So it can be a really, really good time to look at something from a new perspective, a new angle. All right, let's get right into it though and see what we've got for you. We've got patience coming out first here, Leo. So for some of you here, when we get the patience card, your patience may be paying off. So if you've been waiting for something, or you've been working on something, perhaps it's been quite slow, this can be where you get some sort of reward or recognition. Patience also, of course, does speak to something that you want to do, or maybe you're waiting for something to unfold. Everything happens organically, everything happens in that divine timing, right? And so you are being asked to just be a little patient, be open and receptive, and be aware right? Because quite often the answers or the opportunities aren't always right in front of our face. Sometimes we need to kind of open ourselves up to adjacent possibilities, and that might be where something may lie for you. We also have here yin yang energy card number 22. Twos, of course, are about decisions. They're also about balance and harmony in your world. You could be feeling like you're at a little bit of a crossroads, but of course it is balance between work and home, balancing your finances, balancing your checkbook, making sure that your fiscal responsibilities within, if you share them with other people, are fair for you, whatever that looks like. It might not be 50-50. It could be a percentage. It could be whatever it is that you decide is fair and balanced, right? Because sometimes, we do need to look at our financial obligations, especially those that we share with somebody else, and say, okay, is one person like putting all of the responsibility and the other person just having fun and skating by? Has something gotten out of alignment, right? So it's a really good time and a really good reminder to have a look at those things. But we do have, interestingly enough, this is card 22, right? Yin and yang, the balance between action and receptivity, the balance between passion and creativity, right? All these things blend together to create a whole, to create one. Card 22 can also represent on September 22nd, right? We've got the sun entering Libra. It is the fall equinox, Mabon, if that's what you practice and celebrate. And so this can be really highlighting that date for you. Libran energy is very diplomatic, very, very much a fair and balanced approach to making decisions. Let's look at both sides of the story, right? Those kind of things. And so that can be a significant turning point for you. Something might happen there for you. Maybe you get some clarity around that day. But that 22 is being highlighted for you guys in some way. Let's get some more cards and see what else we've got here for you guys. Ooh. Two of Cups, another two, partnerships, balance, harmony, equality, all kinds of partnerships, business partnerships, romantic partnerships, but ultimately that balanced energy with that Two of Cups, okay? The balance between work and home, the balance with your money, right? We've got the Ace of Pentacles showing up there for you. Awesome energy. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So get ready for a little bit of action, or get ready for, the need to make some important decisions and then act upon them. Sometimes we mull something over, we contemplate things, and we make a decision, but then we don't act upon it. Okay, so whatever decisions you make, whatever you are trying to create, make sure that you do act upon whatever you are thinking about, whatever you are creating there. The Knight of Swords can represent some interesting news, information, messages, or opportunities coming in, especially right beside that Ace of Pentacles. Aces represent new energy. They can also represent something lucky, especially the Ace of Pentacles can quite often bring some financial luck, a windfall, new opportunities, improvements in your situation, and perhaps some surprises. And with that Two of Cups, right, this can be something, a new way of doing things within a partnership. This can be a new business partnership, right? You don't have to own your own business. It can be a new job, or it can be a better suited position for you within the company that you already work for, right? This can be about partnering up with somebody in your workplace to work on something new and, brainstorm with that Knight of Swords. And this can actually bring you some further recognition to further your career path. So that Ace of Pentacles is really, really wonderful energy. We like to see the Ace of Pentacles in a money reading, okay, especially right beside the Two of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So you could have a generous benefactor. Again, you can have a romantic relationship here with that Two of Cups that has some sort of fresh energy behind it in regards to your money, right? So maybe you're dating somebody and Now you decide, okay, we're going to move in together. Great. Let's talk about money, right? How does this affect us, right? And we don't always want to have those conversations around our finances because they can be quite uncomfortable conversations sometimes. We got to lay the groundwork and lay the expectation. So whatever your situation is, something fresh and perhaps exciting and maybe even surprising coming in here for you. We also have the 10 of Pentacles. Well, we really like that one. We've got the Empress. There you go, right in the heart of your reading. The Empress is that Venus energy, love and money. And we've got the 8 of Wands. So if you have been waiting for something to happen, this can be a really significant turning point for you guys. There could be perhaps a revival of an opportunity. So if you previously, had a career path or had a project or had a money-making idea that never quite got off the ground previously, you could be going back to the drawing board and reviving something at this time. But the 10 of Pentacles, the Empress, the 8 of Wands, that's money, baby. Okay, that is money, stability, security, that's wealth, that's inheritances can come in. Scorpio, Venus and Scorpio, Venus energy right there with the Empress card. Venus in Scorpio can represent inheritances, right? Because it is the 8th house energy, and the 8th house is births and deaths and inheritances, new beginnings, endings, all these things, and evolution and transformation. And so this can be a really good time for you for some accumulation of growth of some wealth, to establish yourself in a secure energy, a secure position. The 10 of Pentacles is our happy ever after card as it pertains to our material world. So this is stability and security in your household. So perhaps some of you here, you're buying a home or something in your home dynamic is changing. This can happen quite quickly. We've got speed coming in here for some of you. So the Knight of Swords and the 8 of Wands. This is speedy stuff, right? This is like we're not waiting too long here. We're taking action. We're making good decisions. We're acting upon our things. But you could also be getting some good news. The 8 of Wands, especially, is speedy. We're moving forward. We got a lot of momentum. There's any obstacles or challenges, right? We are flying high. We are moving over those. We're not letting anything stop us. And this can represent abundance, manifestation, a buzz in the air, something exciting, and some really good communication and good news. So, this can be really quite magical for some of you here. But the Empress showing up right in the middle of your reading, creativity, new beginnings, abundance, a time of harvest, reaping what you've sown. And so all of these things around your money, your resources, okay, everything's like right at your fingertips right here. So maintain your positive attitude and know that this can be a time for new things. This can be a great time to embrace some change, and also act upon your ideas, right? So you could have some really great ideas at this time, but really good energy going on. Some of you, maybe you get a new employee or a new boss in your workplace. This can be quite positive for some of you. Maybe it's like you just kind of feel the vibes, you click. But yeah, you could really have something really interesting and really positive going around your house, home, and your family as it pertains to money or even where you live. We have here the Knight of Pentacles. It just gets better and better for you guys. The Magician, awesome. And the Queen of Cups. Yeah, baby. You're on fire here, Leo. You're on fire. You're full of magic. You're focused. You're getting your resources. Seek and you shall find, right? We do have the Magician showing up here for you. So for some of you here, your previous intentions, manifestations, something's coming true for you. The Knight of Pentacles, right? You've been patient, right? And so there's that patience card coming in. Knight of Pentacles, one foot in front of the other, easy peasy, does it, right? Paying attention to what's going on, putting one foot in front of the other, one day at a time. And this can be where you reap your reward. So something can really pay off for you. The Knight of Pentacles can be, knights are always on a quest, right? So you could be achieving a goal here. You could also have, again, those offers or opportunities that are presenting themselves to you in some way. Seek and ye shall find, right? The Magician is right here. And when we embrace the Magician energy, we focus on things. We focus on the good, the positive, the things we want to attract, the things we want to create, right? We tend to find what we're looking for. Okay, so don't waste any energy on the things that you don't want, because you got a lot of magic coming up here, right? Flowing to you and through you. So really ride the wave of this positive energy, right? Some things take a while to play out. Okay, remember, we do have the patience card, right? So for some of you right now, your patience is paying off. Others of you, you're forging the path of something better, and you do need to be patient. Knight of Pentacles there. You've got a goal in mind, one foot in front of the other, okay? And even if things tend to go slowly, right? As long as you're still feeling like you're on the right path, okay, just keep going, right? You're making progress, even if you don't quite realize it. If you're selling a house, I feel like you're going to get an offer, and I feel this offer is going to be either what you wanted or maybe even a little bit more. If you're buying a home, your offer, whatever it is that you offer, could be accepted. And perhaps you go in a little bit low, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, I just bought a house, right? Or I just moved to a better neighborhood, right? Not everyone's buying a house, but you could be doing something within your home, right? That brings some positive change and some really good vibes, right? So some really good stuff going on there for you guys. We do have the Queen of Cups here as well. Heightened intuition, creativity, open, receptive. It does bring in a healing and peaceful energy here as well with that Queen of Cups. This can be a person, it can be your energy, but it can also be a person, a generous benefactor of some kind, someone that might help you out. But this can also be, again, about receiving. So receiving some news, receiving an offer, receiving some money, receiving some positive feedback or communication, right? Because as far as your career goes, you could get some positive feedback about some things that you have done. And this can be really good. If you're looking for a new job, this looks really good here as well, for a successful interview. Now, a successful interview doesn't always mean that it results in an offer, but it can be, sometimes we have job interviews, and they can sometimes open our eyes into what we truly want, right? You might have a dream company in mind, and then you go for, and that's like your focus, right? I want to work for this company. Like this seems exciting. And, they get really good reviews, or they're like the best employer or that kind of thing. And then you go in for your interview and you get this awakening, and you're like, this isn't actually who I want to work for. And then you realize that companies pay to be promoted as the best employer, and it's not really based on anything other than what the company submits. So, sometimes you can get a little bit of clarity with that, but I do feel that for others, if you, the lines of communication here are open and they are very positive and very exciting. So it does look like it can be very promising for a interview, and perhaps even getting that job, right? Again, we've got the Ace of Pentacles and we've got that Knight of Pentacles. So we can have an offer of some kind coming in. But I'm loving your reading. I'm loving the energy coming out here. It's really, really extremely positive. So again, ride the wave of positivity here. Ride the wave of abundance, because you're getting some of the best cards out here for your money and for your career path, right? So really do really embrace that. And again, seek and ye shall find. The Magician is showing up for you. Work with the new moon in Virgo on the 10th of September. And we've got a full moon in Aries as well on the 26th of September. And that full moon could actually be a culmination of what started at the new moon in Aries 6 months ago. So have a look back and see what was going on, and that can give you some clues. Let's get a couple more cards here for you. We've got Capricorn energy with Sovereign. All right, so Capricorn energy is very much very much centered around career and goals, right? Ruled by Saturn. Okay. And Saturn is in Aries. Now, Aries is all about, go-getter, right? Aries is really good at starting things, not always extremely good at finishing things. So Saturn in Aries is helping bring that fiery, passionate energy, which is in alignment with you, right? Helping bring that energy down to earth into something practical and goal oriented, right? Because otherwise, just fiery, passionate energy running amok all over the place, right? So we do sometimes have to rein it in a little bit in a practical way. So this Capricorn energy with Saturn gets a bad rap, right? Because we learn life lessons, and Saturn delays, does not deny. But we usually have to be prepared for something because Saturn wants things to stick for you. So great energy here for putting together a business plan, doing something practical like practicing interviews, really great energy for goal setting, and achieving your goals, right? And really focusing on your career path, your business, and of course, your financial outlook. And our final message from our angels of abundance, we've got detox your friendships. Your abundance flow is being affected by the people with whom you're spending time. So be discerning about your associations and relationships. Choose to be with the people who are aspiring, generous, and supportive. Okay, we do talk about the magician. And the magician, about what you think about you bring about, right? Wherever you put your focus and your energy is what will amplify, right? But the same thing goes with people around us. We can get energy suckers, we can get the people who are negative, and if we spend too much time, we don't protect ourselves, sometimes that can rub off. Or sometimes they can like suck the good energy out of the room, right? So, and sometimes we just have people around us, maybe out of habit, or maybe their family, right? And, they're kind of just negative. They're not the visionary that you might be. And these people, like, especially if you've got a vision, you've got a goal, you've got a dream, maybe you want to open your own business, maybe you've got like some real creative talent, and you're like, I know that I can make a living doing this, but you got the negative Nellies on the side, right? We don't want to listen to them. They're poison, they're toxic, right? And so sometimes this is why when we're starting something new, or we're doing something that other people would perceive as a risk, sometimes we need to just keep some things down on the QT for a little bit, right? Because we don't want that to be infected with someone else's negativity. So, just kind of have a look at who you surround yourself with, right? Is it positive, high vibe people? Or is it those ones that are, fulfilling their destiny with their limitations, and, trying to, rub those off on you, right? They probably don't do it on purpose. So just be aware of that. I'm going to leave that there for you guys. Fantastic energy coming out for you, and you deserve it. But I hope that you enjoyed your reading. If so, please do hit the like button, the thumbs up on this video. It really does help the video get seen more than you could possibly know. It's one way to crack that evil algorithm. But also, if you enjoy my content, hit that subscribe button as well. And feel free to drop a comment in the box down below, even if it's just a hi, or if it's a heart, I will reply back to you. But I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic September, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.